Hello, everybody. It is Blind Metal Gamer here with you once again, and in today's live stream, I'm going to be discussing something a bit different. I'm going to discuss AI in the world of video games. To be more specific, I want to give a shout out to IGN for their coverage on this. Elon Musk wants to go into game design with the use of AI via XAI Studios, and he wants to design a compelling first-person shooter to be released sometime in 2026. Now, I want to go over several key points that I feel are very, very important to discuss with this. The first being, this would be a first in the world of gaming because AI has never been used to design a video game from the ground up before. So, what's advantages, what disadvantages would this give developers in terms of game design, accessibility for the games, game development time, because now it takes years to design and make a game because they're doing it the old-fashioned way. They're not using AI. So what I'm going to do in this video, in this live vlog, is I'm going to discuss how AI could be used to help this concept and how it could hinder it, how it could be a hindrance as well. So I'm going to discuss it from both points. First, I'm going to talk about the good, and you're going to think, oh my God, Blind Metal Gamer, you've gone insane. Why are you doing this? You're nuts. Why are you saying AI is a good thing for game design? It's going to cut people out of work. I'm going to get into the cons here in a little bit. But first, I want to talk about the good it could do. Okay, now, first I'm going to talk about game design and game development time. Now, traditionally, it takes 4 to 5, if not more, years to make a video game, design it, and develop it, and put it out on the market. With the use of AI-generated tools, such as Suno or other AI music generators, they could design it. They, being the developers, could design a video game in a matter of maybe 1 to 2 years and give it the story they want, the characters, dialogue and whatnot, gameplay elements, and things of that nature. Now, they could do a lot with the game. They could make anything they want because it would be them coming up with it, of course. And they would have a hand in it. They would have say-so in what does and does not make it. Yeah, it would take time, sure, but it would cut down on the time, and I'm sure it would cut down on the cost to make a video game as well, because these games cost millions, if not billions of dollars to make. That's why you're not seeing as many game releases as you did back in the day, back on the NES, SNES, Genesis, even in the early PlayStation 1 and 2 days. It's because the development time is increased and the budget for the development has increased. Now, as far as gameplay, they could do again anything they want. I'll give a good example. Let's say NetherRealm, for example, wanted to do the next Mortal Kombat and use AI to design it. They could do that. If they wanted to make a Mortal Kombat that's back to 2D roots, just as an example. So don't fret, don't freak out in the comment section and say, oh my God, Blind Metal Gamer said that Mortal Kombat's going back to 2D and sprites. No, it's not. This is just an example. Let's say NetherRealm used the top-notch AI to design their characters and whatnot. And instead of having to draw them out by hand and do all of that, they could just use the AI to design the characters, the backgrounds, the fatalities, etc. And it would cut down on the time it takes to get them designed and programmed and things. Sure, they'd have to program it, test it, debug it, etc. But you wouldn't have to worry about the time constraints. You could get all the features you want into your game with AI, and you would have more time to work on those features and things. Now, I want to talk about accessibility. Now, as far as accessibility, they could use AI in that design as well for things such as screen reader support. For things, let's say, I'll just give an example. I don't think Unreal Engine 5 supports screen readers, to my knowledge. Now, I could be wrong. Now, if there's any game developers that's going to watch this or listen to this and can answer that, please do, because I'm interested and curious. Does Unreal Engine 5 support screen readers for things such as PS5, Xbox Series, PC, Mac, iOS, etc.? The thought being is, let's say for our example, it did not. Then the developers could use AI to generate a screen reader tool for that particular game that would cover everything in that game to help blind players play and read menus and things like that. Okay, and then another element of accessibility that AI could be used for would be navigational assist. They could use AI to maybe come up with a model to help blind players, you know, with navigational assistance, and then they being the developers could tweak it to their desire to kind of make it where it's not all the way AI generated, and then the developers have skin in the game, and that also goes for the screen reader characters and whatnot as well. So they would use AI to design these features, and they would tweak them and program them and implement them as they see fit and appropriate. That way, you give your developers skin in the game too. Nobody loses their jobs. It's all great. You're thinking, awesome, right? Now, I want to talk about the cons because there are cons to this too that I want to discuss. The first big one is okay, I'm going to give another hypothetical here. Let's say in a few years, let's say by 2034, whenever the PS8 comes out or 9, mid 2030s, early 2040s, let's say it gets to the point where you get the systems, right? You could go on to that system, have an AI generator, type in generate a fighting game with brutal finishing moves, epic special moves, and epic story that's mature rated, that's bloody, gory, and full of action, that's accessible to blind and low vision players or whatever. You hit the generate button, you've got your game, boom, you know, no cost, you just got it generated, there you go. Now, you're probably thinking, Blind Metal Gamer, that's too good to be true. And it is, but hear me out here. Let's say, hypothetically, that did something similar came to be. Okay, let's say, for example, they had a thing where they've got Suno AI music generator you have to pay for now to get all the premium features. Chat GPT, you have to pay for to get all the premium features of it, and all these AI models are going pay to use. Yeah, you can use them for free to try them out, but if you want to unlock everything, you got to pay them bad boys. Let's say in a hypothetical situation, let's say I'll just use XAI Studios. Let's say they came out with a thing where you could let Grok design your video game. Okay, and it would be a pay-to-use model, like every other AI thing. You would get the app or whatever on your phone or computer, have it design whatever game you want for whatever system you have, and then boom, you would you would be able to go, put that game on, to a thumb drive or something, put it on your console, and you would have your game the way you wanted it. Now you're thinking, Blind Metal Gamer, that would be very convenient and very cool, but what's the downside of this, guys? All those game developers that I talked about at the beginning, where they would each have skin in the game, they would have nothing. They would lose all their jobs. Studios would close. People would be out of work. People would be unemployed. It would just be a bad thing all around, right? So that's what we don't want. What we don't want is a game thing where you get the system, you have AI generate your game, and there you go. You have it. No developers needed. No, we don't want that. What I would love to see is the first model where you have your AI, yeah. Like you could have Grok help design the game and come up with concepts, but it will be up to developers, talented developers that are disciplined in these programs, in these fields, to come up to program it, to craft it, to make it great, to make it a good product for everybody. Now, my thoughts on Elon Musk wanting to go into game design. If he wants to go into game design, more power to him. Would I buy it? I'm going to be fair. I will just wait and see what happens. If it would be accessible enough, sure. But if not, probably not. Now, as far as uh, the whole AI thing, as far as like how it would It could maybe shape the potential of accessibility. Yeah, it could shape accessibility for sure because they could use it for screen reader support, navigational assist, descriptive audio, things like that. Um, and it would be just awesome. But again, what I would like to see is a version of this where AI is used to help design the games, yeah, but and it would cut down on development costs, it would cut down on development time, but people would still have their jobs. People would still have to program it, test it, and accessibility, and to all the accessibility consultants, they would have to get to come in too and work on accessibility. I mean, come on, guys, you know it can be done. So anyway, I wanted to come on here and give my thoughts on AI when it comes to game design. Elon Musk wanting to get into game design. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something we're going to have to just wait and see on. So don't freak out just yet. Don't flip out and be like, "Oh my God, Blind Metal Gamer said Elon Musk is going into game design and he's using AI to do it, and it's going to take away everybody's jobs." Guys, don't worry. Don't flip out just yet because we don't know what this is going to entail. We don't know if Elon Musk is going to hire coders to help code the game properly, or if he'll just use AI to design it and develop it. Either way, it's going to be interesting to find out because this will be the first time in history this has ever been done. Now, I'm hoping that developers can use AI the way I described to help, improve accessibility and maybe help design the game, but the developers will have to be there to program it, to test it, etc. As well as the accessibility consultants to work their asses off to make these games accessible. So shout out to them as well. So, with that being said, I want to know from you in the comment section below. What are your all's thoughts on AI? Do you think it's something that should be embraced by game developers, or do you think game developers should fear it because of all the evil that it can cause? Personally speaking, I can't wait to see what they come up with it and what it can do. So that's been my 2 cents on this situation. I will get back to you next time. Until then, I've been Blind Metal Gamer saying, if you like what you see and you want more, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and hit that button to know. You hit that hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you know when I go live and when I upload new content. And as always, be sure to come back for more. Be sure to give a like, leave a comment down below, and as always, share with everyone you know. Until next time, so long, stay safe, stay warm, and peace out, everybody.